missing someone without you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Max and today I'm finally filming my apartment tour video, which is just so exciting for me because I have lived in this place for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and if you have been following along, I have been documenting my move with my moving vlog series, so I will link them below. So I had the apartment hunting video, moving day video, and then the bedroom setup as well as the home office setup. So this is kind of the last of the moving vlog series, just because it kind of ends my moving part of my journey, and I will hopefully film more apartment content in the future for sure, but I think this kind of wraps up the moving part of my vlogs. So if you would like to see how I ended up decorating my apartment, let's get into it. When you first walk into my apartment, you're met with this lovely colourful glass wall. I don't know why they chose all the different colours, but it's really nice that it still brings the light through into this entryway, which is really nice. And then we also have this extra storage cupboard here, which is amazing. I just put all my shoes here. A bit of overflow from the kitchen because I do have a lot of storage in the kitchen, but this is just for extra storage of things that I buy in bulk and don't necessarily use on a day-to-day basis. And then also kind of storage of all like my tools and things like that. I'm also a massive Friends fan, so I just had to have this frame that Monica has in her apartment, and I love it so much. I got that off Etsy and I will link it below as well. Next we have this buffet console that I have sort of in the entryway just for all my essentials that I need as I head out the door. So in this basket here I have like my little fanny pack that I take when I go for walks with Milan. I've got my cap, I have my keys, which I have to have close to the front door, otherwise I will literally forget them and somehow lock myself out of my apartment. And then I also have Milan's lead as well. I have a little pouch that I use all the time, and then some of my sunglasses and glasses. Again, I don't have to wear them like all the time, so I like to put them here just so that they're easy to grab on the way out. And then I've got this big circular mirror that I bought recently from Kmart. I've got this M letter, which is from Typo, but it's super old. And then this dried floral arrangement here. That I actually got a couple of years ago. I wanted like a greeting sign at one of my birthday parties, but it was just as we were heading into lockdown, so that party ended up getting cancelled, but I always kept this dried floral piece, and it's great that I can actually display it now. And then we move into the lounge. So a really big inspiration for how I wanted to decorate this house is that I really wanted it to be cozy and warm and have little areas throughout where you can sit down and unwind and relax. So the lounge is definitely one spot, but you'll see throughout the apartment as well I have a few other areas that I can, sit down and read a book or work on my laptop and really feel cozy and at home. So in terms of little decor pieces, I've just got this really beautiful coffee table book, and I know so many people have this series of coffee table books, but I just had to have the one from Capri. It really reminds me of when I was in Capri a few years ago, and of course I love all things Italian, so I just had to have that one, and I love the colours. Then I had this brass clamshell that I bought from a little boutique in Coogee called Lived in Coogee. I just thought it was really, really cute, and it reminds me of, I guess, being close to the beach, which I do kind of miss, but that's okay. And then I have this giant mug which says "That's the tea, sis," and I got this for Christmas from one of my colleagues, from my work wife, Asna. And it was just really fitting because at work I'm always like, what's the tea? What's the tea, sis? So she thought that would be the perfect mug for me. I'm not sure where to put this in the long term, so I just thought, I'll put it on the coffee table for now. And then this is Milan's little set of stairs so that he can get up onto the couch. And then this couch is really great because it opens up and you actually get more storage space. So I think if you're living in an apartment, you should always try and find pieces of furniture that have extra storage or extra function, and it really helps with space. And then on the TV cabinet, I just have a vintage film camera and a scented candle, some family photos and a Himalayan rock salt lamp. And then I also have this little doggy cam, which is a lifesaver. I just use this while I'm out to just check on Milan. And then I've got a plant, which is looking a little sad at the moment, and also a bubble tea scented candle. And then for the prints, so on either side, I just prints that I found on Etsy, and then I printed at Officeworks and framed them with really lightweight frames from IKEA. And then in the middle, I've got a fam photo on the right, and then on the left, this photo was actually taken by my sister. Those are my legs. And I always had this print on my wall since then, like many years. And then last year I had it properly reprinted and then framed at a frame shop because I wanted to keep it forever. And I think that's a sign of when you've really grown up, is when you go to a frame store. I felt like a real adult, a real grown-up, you know what I mean? And then on the other side of the entrance, we have the colored wall and then the laundry, which is such a godsend. Really lucky to have an internal laundry. You open up this door and then I've got the washing machine, my Dyson stick, and then this sounds really extra, but I do also have a Dyson upright vacuum, which I don't use as often just because it's super heavy and super clunky. But I did buy that off Facebook Marketplace for $60, which is amazing because it still works really well. And I bought that because I wasn't able to afford a Dyson stick back then. And then I upgraded to the Dyson V12, and it sits on this like charging stand that I bought off Amazon or eBay. And I definitely recommend, if you have a Dyson stick, to get one of these because they hold the charger, and then you can store your stick upright, and then on the bottom there it has the little attachment pieces there that you can store there as well. And then I've got this little storage unit that previously I had in my old apartment, and I put like shoes and things like that, but for here I have all of my cleaning products. And those two little tubs there are one for baking soda and one for laundry powder. And then we move into the kitchen, which is right next door. It's a really good size kitchen for one person. It's definitely an upgrade from my previous place because I didn't even have any bench space really at my previous place. So feeling pretty lucky, and to be able to fit my Vitamix blender on the top of the bench top is pretty amazing. I've never been able to do that. It was always in the cupboards below, which is really annoying because I do make smoothies a lot, and having the blender on the countertop means I don't have to, you know, bring it up and put it back every time. So the pantry comes out like this, and it holds most of the essentials in this space. And I did just want to show you guys like how I store a lot of my stuff. So when I was redoing my pantry storage at my old place, I decided that I wanted to put everything in these really simple jars. So I bought a whole bunch of these jars just because even though I really like the look of really beautiful containers and canisters and things like that, if you get them from like Kmart or wherever, if they discontinue that line in the future, but you want to add more jars to your collection or to your pantry, they might not have them anymore. So then everything's going to be mismatched. Whereas I find if you just use really simple jars, it means that you can easily replace them if you break them in the future, or if you need extra jars in the future. They're really easy to buy because you can kind of get them anywhere. And I have large ones as well. And the labels that I use are just the Dymo embosser. And again, it's really great to have those really beautiful labels like these ones here. But the thing is, if you don't have a Cricut yourself, it's really hard to replace them. So I just find if you get a Dymo label maker, it just means that you can make whatever labels you need in the future without having to order them online or without having to buy a Cricut for yourself. And then to the left of the kitchen we have the dining area and what I call the sunroom because it's actually an enclosed balcony. So previously it was a balcony, but the landlord has changed it into an enclosed balcony, so basically just closing that off. And I actually don't mind having a enclosed balcony. I don't miss having a normal balcony because having a balcony is really lovely, but it's just another thing that you kind of have to maintain. And especially with all the wild weather that we've been having in Sydney, I know like I would have had to, you know, clean it every week, get rid of all the leaves and things like that. So it's actually really nice having an enclosed balcony. And as I said before, I just wanted to create little cozy like nooks and things like that. So I've got this lounge that was previously from my courtyard for outside at my old place. And I've just brought it, I didn't want to give it away, so I kept it and then made it sort of like another area that you can sit on. I've got this faux fur rug or throw to put over it. And then in this corner here, I've just got some plants. And then these festoon lights were again outside of my courtyard at my old place. But they are programmed to turn on with a smart switch, so they go on every night at 6 and then turn off at 10, I think, by themselves. And then I've got a dining area, which is really nice because at my old place, it was so small that this table was up against a wall and I could only have 2 seats. And I never used it. I used to eat at my desk, which is kind of sad. So having a nice dining area is really nice at this place. And then I just picked up some really cute little colourful carnations yesterday. And then I've got these like funny little banana, they look a little bit dodgy, banana salt and pepper shakers. And this was a gift from my friend Jess. From I think birthday or Christmas a few years ago, but again I've never really used or had like a proper dining space, so I wanted to finally be able to use those and place them on display. And then this is my giant corn. I don't really know like what it is, like at the moment it's a plant holder or a stall. It's from a store called The Third Drawer. And everyone's always like, why do you have a giant corn? But I love it so much. It's just so like funny and oversized, and I just had to have it. So it is a little bit random, but I love it so much. Then we move through the hallway into the bedrooms. And then this painting I made maybe 3 birthdays ago. I had my birthday at like a paint and sip at Cork and Canva kind of thing. And I've always just kept it because it's a little pop of color and it reminds me of hanging out with those particular friends that I did the Cork and Canva session with. And then we move into my bedroom. If you haven't seen my bedroom makeover video yet, it is in the links below. But I basically redid or reupholstered my bed frame with this really lovely boucle fabric. So in this wall here we have this wall hanging that I made at like this craft lesson, which was really fun. And then this print I got for my 21st birthday, so it's kind of sentimental in a way, and I got it properly framed when I got that leg photo framed as well. And then this is my necklace holder. I just made it myself using like a picture frame with little hooks on it. I've had it since I first moved to Sydney, so it's pretty old, but that was just like the easiest and best way that I could think of to store all my necklaces. And then I've also got my running medals as well. The wardrobe in this bedroom is insane. It's like 4 parts and I can't even fill all the sections, but I'm pretty lucky to have all this amazing storage. So I'll show you what is in each section. So in this first section, because I have so much space, I thought I would put my drawers in here just so that's one less thing that's in the bedroom, and then it utilizes the space really, really well. So I've got my underwear and socks in the first drawer, t-shirts, bras, and then my hair straightener and hair dryer and things like that. And then I have all my skincare and makeup on this carousel and in this section here. This is super handy and it's just from eBay, I think. If you look up makeup storage, yeah, it just keeps things really tidy and really easy to access all of your different bits and bobs. I have all my makeup brushes and tubes of creams and things that don't fit on the carousel in jars, and I like to just reuse you know, old scented candle jars. They're really great if you wash them out after you've finished using them. They make really great storage. And then I've got this wooden scrunchie holder that I got from Etsy, and that just keeps my scrunchies all neat. And then I've got my sleep supplement, and then in this little tray here, which was just like a jewelry box lid, is where I put my day-to-day jewelry pieces. So you don't really have to go out and buy like new containers and storage units and things like that. Just try and use up what you have on hand. And if you buy, you know, if you buy your iPhone, you know, the box that it comes in, those sorts of boxes you can reuse and upcycle, and it's less waste, and they're really functional and look good as well. And then I just wanted to point out, in this drawer is all my t-shirts. So on the left we have my activewear t-shirts, my sleep, what I call my sleep t-shirts, and then my fancy t-shirts, and they're divided using these like drawer dividers. I just got them from Kmart, but they're really great at separating the different sections, obviously. And then also, if you look up Marie Kondo folding technique, you'll see how to fold your clothes like really efficiently and have them kind of standing upright, so you can see at a glance like, okay, this is the t-shirt that I want to grab today. And then onto the bed itself. So I redid the bed frame with boucle fabric, as you would have seen in my previous videos. The sheets themselves are from Bed Threads. And then the 2 bedside tables I actually found on the street at my old house because someone was moving out, and they're in great condition. They're just from IKEA, so they're not fancy, but definitely a cost saving for me there. Then I just did a little DIY and drilled some holes into the front panels of the drawers and put these little wooden knobs on them that I found on Etsy. This section here I haven't even managed to fill up completely because it's just so much storage space, but here I have my my leggings and shorts for the gym, some of my jeans, shorts, cardigans, and then these drawers just have extra storage for extra makeup, little pouches, travel bags and things like that. This is my vision board, which I haven't even managed to put up yet, but if you haven't seen my vision board video, I will link that as well. Definitely need to put that up in my office soon. Here are some really great hooks that I bought, I think from Yes Style, and they just hook onto your rail, but they're really great for storing bags, because I never knew how to, like, obviously your nice bags you want to put away in dust bags, but the ones that you want to use on a daily basis, like I've got my beach bag, my work tote and things like that, you want to be able to grab easily, and these are just really great for saving space. And then lastly in this section is my dresses and robes and long coats. But I would say I've put these pieces at the far end because I don't wear them and I don't reach for them as often as I would like all my t-shirts and jumpers and things like that, which I store in the middle. The second bedroom I made into my home office, which I am obsessed with, and I won't go into too much detail just because I already have a home office setup video. I did just want to highlight that I did manage to get some curtains up. Well, I did have to get a handyman to come in and install it, but it's really, really nice now, just because you do get a lot of sun coming through that window like all morning. So these curtains really help with filtering that light, so it comes through nice and softly. And yeah, I love it. So I just love this space here because I tend to spend my evenings in here now. If I have any laptop work, I'll come in here and sit on this armchair. Again, I got this from Facebook Marketplace, and this selling point was that the guy delivered it for me, which is amazing because otherwise I would have had to rent like a van and go and collect it from IKEA if I wanted to buy it new. So it's a really cozy space. It's super comfy as well. Then we've got this cabinet here which has my printer in it, and then also a lot of my little craft supplies as well. Milan! We've got Milan's boucle bed here. He doesn't actually spend too much time in here when I'm working. I think he likes to sleep in peace during the day, so he actually goes into the living room. And then we've got my desk set up. And just having a dedicated room for work has been really, really great for my mental health as well. I think just being able to really clearly separate work and then switching off at the end of the day has been really, really great. Milan. Lastly, we have the bathroom, which is a really, really decent size actually. We've got the basin, the toilet obviously, and then a double shower. So I'm thinking this was previously a bathtub with a shower over it, but the landlord has just converted it into a double shower. On this side here we have this shelf, which is supposed to go over the toilet, but it didn't really fit in this bathroom, like over this particular toilet, so I just have it in this little space here between the vanity and the wall, and it fits perfectly. So I've just got a little nice butt sign, and then little artificial plants. I have a toilet paper subscription from Who Gives a Crap, which I highly recommend, just because it means that you always have toilet paper even when there's panic buying. And they're massive rolls, so you don't have to change them as often as normal toilet paper rolls that you get from the supermarket. I like to roll my hand towels, and I'll actually insert a clip here of how to do that because I think it looks really neat. So I'm going to fold this corner down to here and then fold it in half like this. Flip it over. Roll, 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 and then tuck this end into one of the folds here. So cute! Then we have the vanity and the mirror, my toothbrush, and then we have some lovely Aesop hand wash. And if you're a fan of Aesop, you'll know that it's quite expensive. So I got this for my birthday one year, and I haven't actually refilled it with Aesop. That's a little tip there, little cost-saving tip. But just refill it with something else that smells just as nice, and no one will know. And then in this cupboard I have storage tubs, so one for skincare, body and hair. The tubs are from IKEA and the labels are from Little Label Co. The Polydent is a denture cleaner actually, but I use it for my night grind guard, which is like a mouth guard that I wear at night to stop my teeth from grinding. And then in the back there's some of my like travel toiletries as well. So just try to maximize the use of this space with the use of this shelf through the middle. Just gives you an extra level of storage as well. So thank you so much for joining me on my apartment tour today. To be able to film something like this is just a dream come true, because I never thought that it would be possible to live in an apartment by myself and to decorate it the way that I really have always wanted to. So it's a really special moment for me. So thank you so much for coming along with me. I hope you liked it just as much as I do. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because I'll be posting more apartment content in the future. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.